Hi, boys and girls.
Last week we visited our secret garage and I showed you some of the Ford stuff we have in here. Let's look at some of the Chrysler goodies. Those Fast and Furious movies are beyond stupid, but for all you Chrysler lovers, it's nice to see that RT Charger that was used in the movie. And here it is. Maybe I'll get the keys and take it out tonight. Oh yeah. I wouldn't mind owning this, but I certainly do not want to see one of those idiotic movies again. Now that was the old stuff. Let's look at something newer. This is the new 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. The base price starts around $28,000. The first Pacifica I had was fully loaded at $48,000, but the factory took it away from me to take to a car show. He gave me the stripped down version. Therefore, this one's a bit more affordable at the $32,000 price margin. The style on this is decent, but personally to me all the vans look alike, so I really can't be a judge. I'll leave that up to you. These are pretty big headlights, so we'll take them out tonight and see how they work. It's dark enough, so let's see how these headlights put out. Here we have a building 100 feet away. I have the lights on low beam, adequate light. Now we have the high beams. Not a very strong light, but it does spread out quite well. No performance issues here. Here we have a building 300 feet away. I have the high beams on. Excellent spread of light. Go down to low beam. Reaches out almost there. Overall, the headlight performance is pretty good. And on this street, we can see the extra wide spread we have compared to other headlights. I'm lighting up all the street signs on the left, all the street signs on the right, going all the way down several hundred yards. Thumbs up for me. The second and third row seats do fold into the floor, giving a space of approximately 140 cubic feet. I did not fold this seat into the floor yet, but once you do, it will look like this. In other words, you won't see it. And there it is under the floor panel. With the second and third row seats folded down, we have plenty of room for hauling wide objects, like this piece of board here. That's 81 inches by 4 feet, by the way. One of the reasons there's so much room in here is they eliminated the spare tire. If you get a flat, you use this air pump system. My advice is don't get a flat. That's why I carry my own tire repair kit with lots and lots of stop leak cans. You might want to pick up some extra cans yourself. We might as well look at the rest of the interior. Have a nice gauge cluster with useful information. Large steering wheel controls. Handy if you're wearing gloves. The deluxe model has an 8-inch screen with a 360-degree camera system. Since this is the chibi model, we get the small 5-incher, but that's okay. Works just fine, very simple to use. Very simple climate control system. Just press the button to turn it on. Fan speed. Doesn't get much easier than this. The glove box size is marginal, and there's room in there only because all the owner's manuals are missing. I was hoping to get a large center console to put stuff in. Perhaps you get that on the more expensive model, I don't remember. This is all you get on the inexpensive version. We do get a useful storage tray though, to hide wallets and other items. The transmission is controlled by a rotary shift knob. It's not an 8-speed automatic, it's the Chrysler 9-speed. The only engine is the 3.6 liter, putting out 287 horsepower. Fuel economy is rated 18 in the city and 20 mpg on the highway. We'll be putting some miles on here to get the actual real-world mileage. By the way, we do get a 19-gallon fuel tank for extended cruising. I don't recall whether the power steering is electric or hydraulic, but it doesn't matter because it's got good response, good feedback, and it's a pretty good system. The ride is very comfortable too. We're going to be coming up on some speed bumps. If you do hear a thumping noise, it's some of the cargo I've got back here, and not the vehicle. And we're hitting around 25 miles per hour. Here come a few more bumps. Didn't really feel them that much. And number 4. You can't shift this 9-speed automatic manually, nor does it have a sport mode, but you really don't need it with 9 gears. And this V6 has plenty of power. And the brakes work just fine. Most of my driving's been in the city, about 80%, 20% on the expressway. As you can see, 19.3 mpg. Not bad, really. Even though this isn't a sports car, and we don't worry about cornering ability that much, I might as well use the cornering circle since I'm here. This drives security crazy, but we gave them the day off today, so not going to matter. Let's see if we can get some tire squealing here. Pretty good. I thought it'd be squealing by now. Yeah, got a little bit. The same corner's pretty good. This is a very comfortable highway cruiser, great for long road trips. About the only sound you're going to pick up on this microphone is the air conditioning on full blast because it's almost 100 degrees today. But the ride's comfortable, the seating position is good. What else can I tell you? And you have that 19-gallon fuel tank, so you don't have to make that many pit stops. We took a trip with 80% highway and 20% city, got 26.1. If I hadn't been in the city, it was 28.5. Multiply that by a 19-gallon fuel tank, that's a long ways to go between refills. The fully loaded Pacifica they originally sent me with the power everything, leather trim, and cameras, and the usual luxury stuff was fun to drive. But if the money's coming out of my pocket, I prefer a simple van like this for a lot less money. And anyone can afford 32 grand. But if you're looking for a minivan and you need lots of interior room, as you will get when you store the seats down on the floor, this is certainly worth looking at.